No. I take what I want in return.
As we all are desperately waiting for the release of the newest installment in the Wonder Woman series, titled Wonder Woman 1984, much allure has been drawn to Pedro Pascal's character, Maxwell Lord. Lord, who although has made appearances in other forms, namely many different series of the DC Comics, Smallville, and the Supergirl series, will be making his cinematic debut in the upcoming film. His appearance is causing many to question what role his character will have in the film, and given his rich history in the DC universe, there are some things that many may have not known about his character while viewing the latest trailer. As mentioned earlier, Pedro Pascal's rendition of Maxwell is the first time the character appears on film. However, did you know that there was actually a full-fledged Justice League project that was created years ago under the title Justice League Mortal, which was said to be directed by George Miller? Unfortunately, the alleged $250 million project was scrapped just days before production, due mainly because of timing, the writer's strike, and bureaucracy, even though it had a script, cast, costumes, and sets ready to go. The film looked promising and seemed to include just about every Justice League character, including Maxwell Lord, who's meant to be played by Jay Baruchel, among the ensemble cast which also included Common as the Green Lantern, Adam Brody as the Flash, and Armie Hammer as Batman. Maxwell's full name is Maxwell Lord IV, and was the son of the accomplished businessman and head of Crimtech Consortium, Maxwell Lord III. Lord III strived to be an upstanding person and attempted to instill those values into his son. Unfortunately, when Lord IV was 16, he found his father dead from a suicide in their home. The reasoning for his suicide was due to the fact that his company had been producing products which were extremely carcinogenic. Lord III was consumed by guilt and could not bear to live with the revelation. Hopefully the film explores Maxwell's background and upbringing for fans who are unfamiliar with the character. Years later, after following in his father's footsteps and becoming a successful businessman himself, Maxwell sought to organize and financially assist the formation of the Justice League International. The organization was a United Nations-backed group that grew from the fall of the Justice League Detroit. For many years, he was their leader and oversaw the League's rise, all while appearing to have good intentions. In reality, he was actually under the control of Metron, who himself was being controlled by Kilgore, both villains of the Justice League. Although subsequent comics revealed that the Lord had plans to pursue and take over the Justice League International by his own will, for the sake of power. Although seemingly presented as not having any metahuman capabilities in any of his previous incarnations in the comics, during the 3-part Invasion series, Maxwell is actually given superpowers due to a gene bomb explosion set off by alien invaders. The bomb ignites a dormant metagene in a small percentage of people, which Maxwell was a part of. The effects of the explosion leave him able to control the minds of others, at first with extreme strain, but eventually he becomes accustomed to his newfound powers, and uses them to conspire against other metahumans, who he feels are a threat to the human race. A major turning point in Lord's story is the reveal of his true intentions in the Infinite Crisis limited run series. During his years as the leader of the Justice League International, Lord used his lofty position to obtain intel about the superheroes to bring about their downfall and render the League useless. It seemed as if all his plans were foiled when Ted Kord, also known as the Second Blue Beetle, becomes privy to Lord's malicious intentions for metahumans and refuses to join him. However, at the end of the prologue, Lord betrays the League and murders Ted Kord. He then continues his mission to kill all metahumans by assuming the position of Black King in the organization Checkmate. While working at the organization, he attempts to manipulate the members of the agency to follow through with his mission. In the new trailer, Pascal's version of the character doesn't appear to have powers, although he does seem quite charismatic, and just like his character in the comics, has aspirations to become all-powerful. Could he too, later on in the film, inherit powers, just like the comic version of himself did? In the comics, as his name suggests, Maxwell aspires to be an all-powerful god, hell-bent on destroying anyone near his power. In the new trailer, Pascal's rendition appears to echo the same sentiments of his character in the comics, when he states in the trailer, "Think about finally having everything you've always wanted. Now I take what I want in return." It seems that the film will see Max rise from capitalist businessman to full-fledged megalomaniac. This spells trouble, as his god complex is what led to his death in the Infinite Crisis series by Wonder Woman herself. In the series, Lord uses his mind control powers to pit Superman and Batman against each other, and Wonder Woman had to snap Lord's neck to relinquish Superman of Lord's control. Will this be how the new film ends? For the sake of fans, we sure hope so, as it would be a nice nod to older fans of the comics. Plus, it would be an epic climax to what is shaping up to be one of the best action films of next summer. So, what do you think of Maxwell Lord? Are there any facts we missed? Are you excited to see Pascal's take on the despicable villain? Let us know down below in the comments. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Comic Book Resources if you haven't already. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on so you'll never miss a video due to YouTube's wacky algorithm.